So, hello everyone. My name is Perry. I just applied for the Chase Sapphire Preferred. I have three other Chase cards, the Freedom Unlimited and the Chase Business Inc. Unlimited. So, I decided that since I'm going to be doing a lot of traveling this year, yes, you all know that I'm on my self-care journey and all that good stuff. And I'm getting more control over my finances. I'm more accountable for things. My finances are looking really good. So I said, why not treat myself to a card? They have a promotion going on. I was actually offered this card a long time ago, but they didn't have the same perk that they have right now. I think I had to spend a little bit more, and the welcome offer wasn't that high. I think they wanted me to spend like $6,000, and then I would get maybe $800 in cashback, or 8,000 or 80,000 points, and it's worth more when you do the Chase travel. But anyways, I waited on that, so I just got the Chase Unlimited, which I have a video about. So if you want to see my unboxing on that and a little thorough review on that, you can check out my video that I have posted on my YouTube channel. But yeah, I decided to go with this card because they had a welcome offer, which was if you spend $5,000 in the first 3 months, you get 100,000 points, which equals $1,000, or $1,250 in Chase rewards for travel. And that seemed like the best thing because I'm getting into traveling, getting out of the state, getting outside the country. I'm doing it just a lot of new things that I'm not really used to doing ever since COVID, because during the pandemic, everybody was trapped at home. People didn't want to go anywhere. People were getting sick all the time. And right now, there's a lot of things going on with the planes crashing and stuff like that. So there's a lot of concerns. But it's nice to know that I have this option of this card, and I can't wait to maximize them. I have a lot of points, like almost $2,000 worth of points so far. And eventually I'm going to use it, but I just like to keep collecting them, as you can integrate them into each other and you can actually transfer all your points. If you have the personal cards, we'll say that there is the Chase, well, there's a trifecta. Let me break it down. There's a Chase Freedom Unlimited, Chase Freedom Flex, or you can have the Preferred or the Reserve, but you only can pick one of the Sapphire cards, and you will be stuck with them for whatever amount of time. We'll say like a year. They do have an annual fee on the Preferred cards, and the Sapphire cards. They have an annual fee, I believe. On the Sapphire Preserve, it's $95 every year, which isn't bad. And then on the Reserve, I think they went from $450 to $550, if not $600, but I'll just double check online. But yeah, if you want any of these cards, I have some links in my descriptions, and you can get the welcome bonus offers as well. But it's all based off of what card will work best for your needs. Like the Chase Unlimited, if you don't care about what categories that you want to be doing your spending in, go with the Unlimited. If you want spending cycles of what you can maximize your rewards, go with the Flex. And then on the business side, they have the Business Inc. cards, which starts with the Unlimited. Same thing as the Freedom Unlimited with the 1.5% on most things, drugstores and travel, anywhere between 3 and 5%. And then I believe there is a Premiered, which is pretty expensive, but if you make a lot of money, it's probably worth it. And then there is the Preferred. So you just have to understand the card and what you're going to be using it for. But anyways, I went to Chase. It's my favorite bank, of course. And I decided that I was going to apply for this card about 5 months after I got my most recent card, because they have that annual, that rewards bonus. And I was just like, okay, the $95, I can pay that off easy. But anyways, I got that in the mail, and I got it express sent. So it came within 2 days, and I thought that was great. It was right at my door. I got this in the mail. I just covered up my name and all that, so nobody knows my information and anything about what my credit card limit is and all that good stuff. I want to keep protected and to myself. But anyways, this is how you know it's official. I'm a Saphirre member, and I'll be keeping this card for a long time because, like I said, I'm going to be going out of the country, and what I like about this card is that it gets rid of the foreign action fees, and also the fact that my reward points will be worth a lot more when I travel, as I can transfer my points from my other cards onto this one. So yeah, this is my card, and it's made out of metal. It's made out of metal, so you can tell it's not going to break compared to the Unlimited, which is made out of plastic, and it does not make that sound. And I like that it has some weight to it, so I know that it's in my hand and knows that it's in my wallet and stuff like that. And then I would like to note that your credit score has to be at least a 700 and something. Mine is pretty high, so I knew I was going to qualify, and plus they had sent me a letter and a mail saying that I pre-qualified, so I wasn't surprised when I got the card. And I love working with Chase because they have everything in the app. If you need to make a freeze on your account, you can do that. If you go out of town, you can call them. They won't lock you out. Just pay your bill on time. You can pay on the app. You can transfer your points, like I said. You can earn points really fast. You get special perks like DoorDash, Dash Pass, Lyft rides. You can get more percentages back, streaming services, and much more. But in the box, in the envelope, you get an card agreement. So letting you know the terms and conditions, because they can lock you out if you do something suspicious, which is great because if someone takes your card, you don't have to worry about anything going abrupt and stuff like that. Like I said, you can close everything from your phone, or you can do it online. But anyways, let me get back to the paper. So I'm opening it up, and let's see what they have to offer. So welcome to a world of more. I like that because this is a travel card. And this is what the rewards are, like I was mentioning. So when you use the Chase portal, you probably don't know what I'm talking about, but when you use the app or going online, you can transfer points to like Hyatt, Delta, JetBlue, just naming a few airlines that you could transfer your points to get cheaper prices, and you can use your points or your cash rewards and save on discounts. And then you can get 2% on other travel expenses, like getting anything outside the portal, like I said, whether it's your car insurance, your rental car insurance, your hotel, your air flight, anything that was related to travel, your insurance, extra fees, anything that you want to do, just charge it to your card. And then you also get a $50 voucher that you can just input it on the app and use. So that brings down your annual fee to $45, which is great. And like I said, you're going to get that big rewards of $1,000. So it basically pays that card off for a couple of years, depending on how you use it. So what would count in travels would be your emergency assistance. You no longer have to get insurance from a third party because everything that you pay for on this card will be covered, whether it's your cancellations or delays and stuff like that, all the stressful things that go on with traveling and all those things. And you can get reimbursed if your luggage gets stolen or if there's any delays. And I remember when I was planning to go to Canada for my birthday back in 2019, and 2 days before my birthday, they had canceled everything, all the flights and all that because of COVID, and it was very stressful. And I think that is great that I can get reimbursed because it was a hassle getting all my money back. Spent thousands of dollars trying to get everything planned. I only lost $75, which was great, which is a big difference, so it relieved some of the stress. But it was the fact that I went through a third party instead of going through the actual vendor itself of the company. Never doing that again, but now that I have this card, I know I'm well protected and things will work better in my favor. But anyways, you can get travel one-to-one point transfers, so anything that you have on your other cards can get transferred on here. And let me highlight that there are no foreign transaction fees, so don't worry about spending on clothes, jewelry, and all that stuff. You're not going to be charged any additional fees. If they charge tax on those things, no more having to deal with the 3% additional fee, 5%, 6%, and who knows what the tariff's going on. Another thing that I'm excited about is the 3% points. I don't really shop online for groceries, but it might be something I might look into, especially with the DoorDash subscription being free. I believe that you save $10 on the membership, Dash Pass. So, and it also deducts on service fees. So all you have to really focus on is the tip and actually buying your products. And then you get 3% dining everywhere. And as a person that eats out a lot, working on implementing making my own dishes and stuff, but it's great that I can get 3 times a point on every dollar that I spend. And then you get 10% of those points back that you spend for the whole entire year. So just imagine all that money coming back in your pocket. And that is very great. So this is going to be a great card for me. And this is not even all the perks. And like I had told you, they have a lot of partners. You'll find everything on the app. If you want a tutorial of how the app works, let me know and I can make a video on that. And then this is more of the terms and conditions and the reward programs. And if you have any questions on that, you can go to your local branch or you can call them on the phone. Their support system is really great. They answer the phones right away, and you can do your own thorough research by going on YouTube. They have very clear instructions on how everything is used, and I just love that. And then this is their contact number, concierge services, worldwide assistance. I'll definitely be using that because I'm going to be going out of the country for the first time and find my passport. It's just so exciting. And I'll let you know in a couple months how everything goes. I just need to figure out what I'm going to be spending on because I think my travels will only come out to a couple thousand, but I got to figure out how I'm going to make it to the 5,000 in 3 months. So I might just spend on everything, just spend it like if it was my debit card and just don't go over my monthly allowance that I put for myself and just work its magic. And also when you get your pamphlet, you're going to find out all the fees, what your APR is, which stands for annual percentage rate, where you're going to be billed for the percentage, and depending on your credit score will determine that. And also how long you've been with Chase. I've only been with Chase for a year now, and it's been very grateful, very life-changing, and I just love the experience. They're very welcoming, and they work very hard, and they actually teach master classes and stuff to make sure that people feel more comfortable using their card. And you can sign up for the debits, cards, credit cards, saving accounts. They have a great resource for you, and they also have a thing called, I'm trying to think of the name of it, but it basically gives you an outline of what your expenses are, what your credit score is, what your financial plan can be, and you have your own personal assistant that will help you out with things with your account. You can call them on the phone, they'll answer right away, and you can even email them. Like I said, I love Chase. But anyways, this will end my video, and like I said, I'll make a follow-up in a couple months. Let me know what you think, and did you sign up for the card? Like I said, my link is in the description. Use that as your referral link, and you can get the same information if it's still running. So go and get it while you still can, because I think the promotion's only going into the end of the month. So, yeah.